Greetings everyone, I am Khushal Jangra and today I am going to speak about human resource management and its importance in an organization. So basically human resource management is a strategic approach to the effective and efficient management of people in a company or organization such that they help their business gain a competitive advantage. It is designed to maximize the employee performance in service of an employer's strategic objectives. Human resource management is primarily concerned with the management of people with organizations focusing on policies and systems. HR departments are responsible for overseeing employee benefits design, employee recruitment, training and development, performance appraisal, and reward management, such as managing pay and employee benefit systems. The overall purpose of HR is to ensure that the organization is able to achieve success through people. HR professionals manage the human capital of an organization and focus on implementing policies and processes. They can specialize in finding, recruiting, selecting, training, and developing employees, as well as maintaining employee reactions or benefits. Training and development professionals ensure that employees are trained and have continuous development. There are basically three HR services delivery models, which are traditional HR service delivery model, HR shared services model, and 4-tier HR shared services model. The HR department is headed by the HR manager. Under him, the other sub departments are recruiter, employee relations, compensation, training and development, and health and safety.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ammar Tahir Hiroli, and I will be talking about recruitment and selection and the effective methods of doing them. In business, our companies are as good as people we hire and work with day in, day out. An effective recruitment selection process clearly identifies your company's needs and matches them with the right candidate who will fit into your organization both on paper and in practice. When you build your team with top caliber people, you are serious about your company and the job, as well as gifted in working with others. Your overall organization is better set up for success in the marketplace. Now we'll talk about recruitment. What is recruitment? Recruitment is the process of searching for candidates for interview and hire for open positions within your organizations. Think of it like a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle. You categorize all the puzzle pieces by a pattern and then begin assembling the puzzle. Now we'll talk about selection. The selection process is included under the umbrella of recruiting, but is more specific than something like headhunting. A selection process involves specifics like sorting through resumes and setting aside the most qualified candidates, screening candidates over the phone to determine who to screen in person, conducting skill examinations for qualified candidates to narrow down the candidate pool, interviewing potential candidates for the positions, deliberating on candidates with others on the hiring team, including department specific managers, considering company and team culture when selecting the final hire, recruitment selection and process considerations. An effective recruitment selection process and internal system is put into place. Everything from the timing, the job description, interview processes, and final selection is internal and carefully laid out. To find the best possible candidate, it is important to allow enough time and money for hiring so that you are not stressed on in the rush. Choosing an interview process. Once you have a qualified pool of candidates to fill the positions outlined by your job descriptions, interviewers begin. The interviewers process will likely involve many different rounds of screening as you narrow down your candidates more and more. These rounds could include phone interviews, group interviews, video conferencing interviews, in-person interviews. Now we'll talk about job analysis. The first step is systematic interview to ascertain why you are recruiting. What skills do you need that are missing from your current roster of jobs? Do you need in terms of personal characteristics? What are the essential functions of the job? What are the minimum competencies required to complete it? Next, you take a look at the comparable jobs in the market. What's the going rate for this position? Is it easy to fill for job role, or there few job seekers with the niche skills for which you are looking? Use this information to write a comprehensive job description and to define a salary and compensation package for the same. Step 2 will be sourcing talents. Armed with the job specifications, the human resources team should develop a targeted plan for reaching the candidates with the required skills. There are multiple options here. Include network of mouth advertising, reaching out of social media and contacting the near miss candidates who previously applied for the job in your organization. For graduate positions, attending college and career fairs is a good tactic for hiring bright young minds. Is advertisement by using print media or more typically online job boards. The majority of job seekers start their search in the internet, so posting your advertisement online is more or less essential if you wish to reach a large pool of qualified candidates. Well-known job boards like Indeed offer pay per click advertising, so you pay only when a job seeker clicks on the job ad. Some providers take this payment approach to the next level with cost per application models, which allow you to pay only when a job seeker actually applies to your job ad, but approaches tend to offer a greater return on investment than during based advertisement, where you can pay a fixed amount to run an ad on a certain length of time with no guarantee that you will get any applicants. Step 3. Optimizing the apply process. You will need a place to capture your job applications as they come in, and these days organizations are more likely to receive applications online than a pile of paper resumes through the mail. If you do a lot of hiring, then investing in an applicant tracking system can streamline the process. ATS software lets you capture applicants' details, send them automated message to let them know the application has been received, and give online screening tests. ATS software also tracks from where your candidates are coming from. For example, a job board, LinkedIn, or directly through the company's website, so you can focus your recruiting efforts the next time you have a position to fill. The recruitment part of the process ends with you have received enough applicants for each of the positions you need to fill. Cut.
Hello everyone, my name is Mansi Deshmani and I'm going to talk about equality and diversity in recruitment and selections and the ethical considerations in recruitment and selection processes. Equality possibly can appear a pretty complicated vicinity, and recruiters and employers can frequently examine it from a defensive criminal compliance role. There is always a want to make a certain discrimination and stereotyping play within the recruitment and choice process. But as vital is valuing variation among human beings and expertise, there are advantages for the organization for using a variety of proficient human beings. A great technique to variety permits you to pick out the fine character for the activity primarily based on the advantage of yourself and unfastened from bias at the grounds of things including age, disability, gender, or race that aren't applicable to the individual's cap potential to do the activity. Employers that take this technique are much more likely to be known as fair, tremendous, and innovative among the society and its norms. Everyone is unique, and until employers take variety significantly, they may fail to recruit, hold, and have interaction with the dedication of the skills to preserve and enhance performance. The criminal attitude does not want to be taken significantly, although there are increasingly precise regions of discrimination blanketed through regulation. The concepts of what constitutes probably direct and oblique discrimination within the recruitment process, and why a tremendous technique to the fine manner to keep away from issues and appeal to a much broader variety of appropriate candidates. Avoiding discrimination and adapting a good technique to the concepts and practices mentioned within the recruitment and selection process will assist you to position this into exercise. You may even locate it beneficial to take into account the statistics on the overall criminal role and a few precise and realistic moves to keep away from discrimination and undertake a good technique. The Equality Act 2010 protects human beings in employment from discrimination, victimization, harassment, or another detriment due to any of the Equality Act 2010 protects human beings in employment from discrimination, victimization, harassment, or other detriments due to any of the included characters, that is, disability, gender reassignment, marriage or civil partnership, being pregnant and maternity, race, faith or belief, sexual orientation, and age. The Equality and Human Rights Commission, fashioned in October 2007 to sell and reveal fine exercise and criminal compliance in all regions of variety and possibilities. The new definition of direct discrimination extends safety primarily based totally on affiliation and perception already relevant to the characteristics. Now we no longer think about a disabled character without searching at whether or not they meet the choice standards and whether or not any affordable modifications may be made. The Equality Act 2010 protects human beings in employment from discrimination, victimization, harassment, or other detriments due to any of the included characters, that is, disability, gender reassignment, marriage or civil partnership, being pregnant and maternity, race, faith or belief, sexual orientation, and age. The Equality and Human Rights Commission, fashioned in October 2007 to sell and reveal fine exercise and criminal compliance in all regions of variety and possibilities. The new definition of direct discrimination extends safety primarily based totally on affiliation and perception already relevant to the characteristics. Now we no longer think about a disabled character without searching at whether or not they meet the choice standards and whether or not any affordable modifications may be made. Indirect discrimination applies to all the included characteristics other than being pregnant and maternity. The regulation encourages employers to take tremendous motion to make it certain that they can recruit and hold human beings from underrepresented corporations as long as it doesn't employ as a much less beneficial remedy, which include statements encouraging programs from underrepresented corporations and promoting employment possibilities at activity galas and open days in underrepresented communities. But discrimination and treating the ones from underrepresented corporations greater favorably to the exclusion of others isn't always lawful. There are many gray areas in recruiting, but conversely, there are many areas that are not. The difference between good and bad is as pronounced as the difference between black and white. However, individual recruiters prefer to streamline their decisions and actions. Recruiting is a unique profession, and as gray as some people see ethics in recruiting and selection, doing the right thing doesn't have to be unique. While some recruiters give the profession a bad rep, there are recruiters who act with integrity on daily basis. There are four main pillars for recruiting and selection: quality, communication, trust, and active participation. The most important of these pillars is trust. In a job that many outsiders view with skepticism, trust can be difficult to overcome.